Satang Prasanga. Talks between devotees.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and welcome to today's session. I pray that all is well with you and your family during this lockdown period. So today we're doing Sutra number 8, and it's also a very insightful one, leading from yesterday's point about acceptance. So let's read it together. All problems should be given to Krishna, both through surrender, prayer, and practical action. But the practical action should follow the prayerful surrender. So we see that there's 3 components that is being discussed here today. It's a triangle. It's prayerfulness, it's surrender, and the combination of that requires practical action. We see in Bhagavad Gita, especially in the beginning, first few chapters, Krishna is encouraging Arjuna, fight Arjuna, fight. That it's not just a matter of prayerfulness or surrendering. It's requiring you to fight, take practical action. And gradually as that develops, Arjuna then moves from just doing his dharmic duty as a Kshatriya to fight, to doing it because of love for Krishna. Yata chese tatha kuru. Just do it for your sake, Krishna. So I remember, it's easy when things are going well in Krishna consciousness and everything is fine, and Krishna is so amazing, the deities are so amazing, devotees are so amazing, prasadam is so amazing, everything is well, until you have that day when everything is going bad, and just bad news after bad news. And then it's not just going to be easily solvable, so what do? And then gradually a little doubt comes in. Yes, Krishna is fantastic and wonderful, but after all, he's just a little boy and is a small baby. Maybe I should knock on the door of Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma. Or what about Mahavishnu? After all, he's a Grihastha. And of course, Lakshmi is right there, so a lot of the problems will be solved. So it's easy to worship Krishna when everything is going well, but when things are going tough, then it's really a challenge. Then it's you put your money where your mouth is. That's where it counts now, really. I remember in the early years, I was in Lanesha temple. There was another brahmachari with me at that time, Tirtharaj Prabhu. And this one particular day, His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was there. So after the Mangal Aarti, Tirtharaj Prabhu had to leave for picking up some cooks and things like that. So it was still left for Tulsi Puja. So Maharaj asked me, he says, so you do the puja, I'll sing. I said, Maharaj, I'm really sorry. I'm just a new freshman here, and I don't know how to do the Aarti. So he kind of looked at me like, you in the temple, you haven't learned how to do the Aarti yet? It was just the Dup Aarti, simple Aarti. But he didn't say that. He just, his look. So he did the Aarti. And then I was like so relieved. And then the next day, the same thing happened again. Titaraj Prabhu had to leave. But this time, Maharaj was one up on me. He already started doing the kirtan. So he just put me on the spot, and I had to do the Aarti. And I did it, and after that, he looked at me and he says, "Wasn't so bad, was it?" So he kind of got me out of my comfort zone. And look, from that, gradually I became the Archan Pujari for Nitai Gaurahari in Lanesia for a few years. And then I ended up spending 12 years in Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan as a Pujari. So who would have thought that it would have created and catapulted into this kind of a service? I had no idea. So when we sing Krishna's hand in things, we have to see that he has our best interest at heart. It says here in today's sutra, all problems should be given to Krishna. So Krishna knows there's 4 types of people, pious people who come to Krishna. Chaturvida bhajanti mam jana sukito arjuna arta jignasi artarti. 4 types of people come, but they're pious people. He goes on to say here, both through surrender, prayer, and practical action. So it's not only surrender and prayer, vandanam. It's more than vandanam. It's also practical action. One should do something about it. We see that in why does this happen? If we think about it, why does Krishna create this kind of a system? So there's different reasons. We'll address a few right now. One is that we know through service one develops attachment to the person. That's how the wife serves the husband serves the wife. Attachment develops through service. So Krishna is trying to ignite attachment within us by giving us a chance to serve. Because what happens during difficult times, we start to take more shelter, go to the temple more, pray more. So these intensify attachment. Secondly, if Krishna fulfills everything we ask for and makes life so very nice and easy, then we start to see him as the genie in the lamp, like Aladdin. Anything you want, you just go to him, he'll provide it. You don't need a relationship with him for that. And in Bhagavad Gita it says, Yagya karmano netra lokayam karma bandhana yatatam karma kauntaya mukta sangam samachara. That yagya is meant to be done. If you don't do yagya, then you'll be bound. Karma bandhana, you'll be bound by your karmic activity. So you don't need to know Krishna for that. You just follow the principle that is designed by nature. But Krishna wants a loving relationship. Pritipurvakam, bhajatam pritipurvakam. He wants a loving relationship with us. So if we only see him as the genie in the lamp, then it's not a loving relationship. There's no sambandha there. It's just a formality that God is the provider. So he doesn't want that. He wants something more intimate. And then thirdly, if he fulfills all our desires, remember this is an illusion after all. This is Maya. It's an illusion, this material world. So if he goes on facilitating our illusion, he just perpetuates our miserable stay in this world. Just like we're dreaming that a tiger is attacking and we're expecting Krishna to give us a weapon to kill the tiger. And what is Krishna doing? He's waking us up from the sleep. So which is better? Giving a weapon or wake you up from the sleep that you're in? So he breaks our illusion. And fourthly, we actually suffer from our memory. Because memory is such a thing that it can keep us in the past or create anxiety for the future. And we completely miss the current experience of the flow of life as it's going, as Krishna intended for us to have. So very important points to ponder on. as we developing in our Krishna consciousness, we see Krishna's hand more and more, and what is the meaning of what he's doing. There's a beautiful story of a man who was asked by God to roll the boulder up the mountain. And as he kept on trying to roll it up, he would go halfway and come back down. After a few months, 3/4 way and roll back down. And eventually after a year, he couldn't get it there. So he came back to God and said, I can't get it up the mountain. And God said, I didn't ask you to get it up the mountain. I didn't expect you to get it up the mountain. Because he's saying, I'm a failure. He says, no, you didn't fail. I didn't expect you to get it all the way up. What I wanted to do is to build strength in you. Build your arms, build your legs. That's why I gave you that purpose. So we can see that certain services then will connect to other services, and that will connect to other services, ultimately building our relationship with Krishna. That is the important point. That's why Krishna says in 10.10 Bhagavad Gita, Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam yadadi buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. That for those who do their bhajan with love, then I give the understanding. So understanding by which they can come to me. Understanding is the key word. That problems may not be solved from the level that we are on, but we can get an understanding of what Krishna is doing. And that's how we get close to him, through understanding, not by him fulfilling all our desires. Don't use Krishna as a desire fulfilling, like a kalpa vriksha tree, fulfilling all our desires. He wants relationship with us. So if we follow the sequence, we can see, like in the pastime of Gajendra, he was in such a difficulty, this huge hathi, and he's in such a difficult situation, this elephant, that is about to be killed by this crocodile. And at that moment, he's just remembering Krishna, surrender, and he prays. Beautiful prayers of Gajendra in the 8th canto. So if you see situations that are coming up, or events that are coming up in your life that are being repeated, take very good note of those events, because it means Krishna wants us to learn something from it. It could be in relationship with other devotees. It could be in services or the management of the temple. It could be in our own lives amongst our families, or in our minds, things that are coming up in the mind again and again. So take note of these things. If they're being repeated, means Krishna wants us to learn something from it. And then learn it and move on. So we end here, it says, but the practical action should follow the prayerful surrender. Action is required. Without action, no understanding. That's why Krishna is saying, those who do their bhajan with love, there is action. Then, tadadi buddhi, I give them the understanding. Because it requires, that alone is mercy. Yesterday we were talking about mercy. So to understand what is prasad, it will come in through so many different conduits. If we only limit it to one way, we limit the opportunity for mercy to come in other ways. Because we're stuck in a certain paradigm and we're expecting this problem to be solved in this way. There's no other way. Nastyeva, nastyeva, nastyeva. No other way, Krishna. Only be solved this way. If you already concluded, then why you need God? I just need his help to sort it out, That's not love. That is not based on love. Just like Draupadi as well. So many examples can be given. So please take these few hints that we are trying to share and make your life perfect. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Please join us again tomorrow. Hare Krishna.